Papa's House of Game. Said. Please smash those like and subscribe buttons. Thanks for your support, everyone.
William Lines.
Said. Morning sunrise over mountains.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Papa's House of Game. I'm Papa. Part 27 of our Final Fantasy 16 journey. Oh, good morning, William. How are you, sir? Good, I hope. I hope. End of last night's stream, we unlocked a bunch of different side quests. Oops, wrong button. That's not the right button either. Let's try this one. All those little green dots. 1, 2, 3, 7 of them here. And then there's more out in the open world. That's our final destination. Right there at the Mother Crystal. So we got 7 here at the hideaway. There's another one way up here. None over here, so we got some work to do. So that's what we're doing this morning. I guess it looks like we're going to start right here at the reading table. Oh, there's 2 of them here. Sweet. In a mood. In case you haven't noticed, your poor hound spends all of his time of late on the rear deck whimpering like Gav in his cups. Something ain't right, and my gut tells me it's not to do with his supply of antelope bones. Sure.
What is it this time, Torgal?
Right. Advertise West. One thing I did want to do. The abilities. I think I'm liking these. So who would we put? Ramu's not bad. Titan's pretty good. I don't like Garuda. Shiva. Titan.
Brigsby.
Said.
Mr. B.
Papa's House of Fantasy and chat waving hand.
What's happening, sir? This one there instead. Okay with that. I'm okay with that one. This one's alright. Okay with this one. Actually, how are you this morning, Mr. B?
Brigsby.
Said. Not much, it's finally starting to cool down over here.
Oh, we got about 3 to 4 inches of snow overnight. That's how much it cooled down here.
First the skies.
Say what you will. Maybe Karen has seen her.
What's up, Torgal?
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there?
Stream elements.
Said. Join Papa's House of Game on Discord.
Never did ask where you got that
Type
anklet of yours.
Discord for link.
From Sid, that's why. On the day.
William Lines.
Said.
That long ago.
You got more snow than me, only 2-3 here.
Sid saw
Yeah, it's
that
only
people
like
had a habit of gnawing
20
on his
degrees
leg,
out.
Since you ask.
Winter has
Like that
arrived.
they're eyeing on him to keep him from doing it.
Brigsby.
What's wrong,
Said.
boy?
And now
I'll
it's
take
raining.
Like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal.
Brigsby.
Sorry for making
Said.
you wait so long.
We're at a warm 38 degrees.
PC!
Let's get
Paper
that thing off
crinkly.
you.
38, nice.
Said. Waving hand light skin tone.
Good morning, Paper.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you?
Paper crinkly.
Said. Your snow ruined
You want me
work
to go
today.
with you somewhere?
William Lines.
Said.
Sorry to hear that.
11 here.
11. Here, I'll give you. I was
Okay,
guessing
yeah.
at the 20. It is
Glad you've been paying attention.
Brigsby.
19.
Said.
Not nearly as much as
Oh, I
you
wasn't
have
too
lately,
Yo
Karen.
paper waving hand.
Good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Go on now.
Where to then, Torgal?
William Lines.
Our mission is to
Said.
follow a dog around.
I am a few hours north of Yat.
Brigsby.
Said.
Yeah, you're up in
Yo,
Wyoming,
William
right?
waving hand.
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me?
William Lines.
I'm
Said.
going to need
Yeah.
a little bit more
Yeah.
from that boy.
I'm surprised you guys didn't get more. You
that's
guys
it
are
for
supposed to
me.
get more than we were. Up north from us.
William Lines.
Said.
You've already given me
Hi
one.
B.
Back on the rear deck, you were looking west. Toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery?
Let's try the rookery.
I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Make for the mooring outside Port Isildur. Or Isolde? Like Isildur. Back to Lord of the Rings. Way back here, where it all began.
Leo.
Said. Hey Papa, how are you
Hey,
this
Leo.
morning?
I'm doing alright. How are you, man?
William Lines.
Said.
Snowed, it's
Y'all
cold.
mountain stole most of it, grinning squinting face 2 feet at one of the ski resorts I heard.
Yep. Yeah, ski resorts definitely got hit. The higher elevations packed it in, that's for sure.
Brigsby.
Said. Leo waving hand.
Board the rowboat.
It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I
Leo.
wasn't being
Said.
serious.
I'm good Papa. Why are bring the cold down here? Hey B, how are you?
Alright, what are we
Brigsby.
doing back in
Said.
Rosaria, Torgal?
Haha, that Native American Indian chant again, lol. Hey Papa, how are you? Hey Papa, how are you,
This place hasn't
lol.
changed at all.
Stream
Rookery's right through
Elements.
those trees.
Said.
Come on.
Please smash those like and subscribe buttons and consider joining the PHG membership by clicking the join button as well.
I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, Shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? sparring sword. Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal,
Let's see. Torgal's a big freaking dog.
for never giving up. For never forgetting.
Brigsby.
Said.
Let's take
"K, I
this
gotta
way,
go
shall
and
we?
get ready. I'll see ya soon, Papa," and chat
Alright,
waving
B.
hand.
So I don't forget either.
Alright, man. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it.
That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal.
I think he knows that. Glide,
All right,
come on.
all right. I'm coming. I think I know where we're going.
Are all these side quests going to be walks down memory lane?
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we
Facts.
certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
Quest complete. Well, that was easy enough, I guess. Do, 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 do. All right. Let's go back to the hideaway. Let's go read the next letter. There's charred sparring sword. That's a tongue twister right there.
Juzam.
Said.
Shazam!
"How long is the story mode?"
Dude, I don't know. Hold on. I wonder if I can find somewhere where, how long I've been playing this. That's when I saved it at 724. Right. 923. So that doesn't tell me how long. I don't know. Hours and hours and hours. I say it's got to be around Somewhere around the 70-hour mark would be my guess, Jazam. Fine.
Juzam.
Said. Probably shows like GT7.
K-Dub.
Said. Morning hand with fingers splayed.
Good morning, K-Dub. What do you mean shows like GT7? Let's see, I'm at 97%. I've played for 72 hours. But you got to figure over the 27 parts, there's at least a few of those hours that are just me walking around and crap. So you're probably around the 70-hour mark by the time this is over. In search of a lost tome. We're going to Zam to add to your burdens. I've asked you did a personal matter, albeit that one is beneficial to your cause. There exist ancient texts deemed so injurious to modern thought that mere possession is deemed a crime. And it was a chance encounter with one such tome from a distance that sparked me scholastic curiosity.
Juzam.
Said.
To enlist your aid in
That's a long one.
Yep. Should you require further incentive, know that I'm willing to offer compensation for services rendered. Of course.
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story.
Right. Okay, so we got her. Speak with Vivian.
Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
I got this.
You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Hippocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but... But perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
Oh,
If you say
just
so.
tell me.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you.
I have to go
But
clear
this
back to
book-
Hippocrates now.
It set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
Hippocrates.
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Hippocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors.
Coveters of secrets. A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers.
Said.
A tale
Hello,
which
Papa
could
and Chad.
overturn the established order were it ever to
Hey,
become
Root.
widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the Executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the Executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
A fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the Executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the Executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the Strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark.
Root.
Said.
And no doubt he
Clean up
too
my game room.
has turned.
I got a wheel.
But
Nice.
he did not
Congrats
mention it
on
by
that.
name. It is
What'd you
possible
get?
that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his
I'm
many
impressed,
shelves,
Root.
quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
That's where we're going. Garnick. Got a wheel. It's exciting, man. Just do me a favor. Don't give up on it for a couple months like I did. Stick with it. It's definitely worth it. You're gonna love it. Who are we about to kill? Bunch of you.
Enough of you,
Root.
Said. G29.
Nice. Good call.
Root.
Said. It might not work, but we'll see.
Why wouldn't it work? You got this. Piece of cake.
The entire village looks abandoned. Now,
We did the first time we were here
else would a
too.
bookworm live in?
Root.
said. I'll give her, man.
Do 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 do. In we go. I can't see a thing. I'm not reading all
His
that.
interests were certainly varied.
Hey, thanks. Take those.
This is a Royal Army logbook. Did he take this from the local barracks? This is it.
Got it.
But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Yeah. Leave Garnick. Yeah, something tells me that's not going to be as easy
Read.
as the mission
Said.
says.
It works then just doesn't? It might be just a cleaning, I'm hoping.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've had both my wheel and my
Leaving so soon, stranger.
pedals apart, just for
Been
cleaning
watching you.
purposes.
From a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
I don't think you're man enough, buddy.
Let's see, shall we?
Only 4 of them? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, cleaning or maybe just a loose wire or something. Take it, you got it used? Like most of us?
Impressive.
Yeah.
But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
RJ ticks.
I don't know.
Sugar shuffles.
Morning, RJ.
Said.
Don't know.
Morning, Papa.
Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a
RJ
series of
ticks.
events
Sugar
took place
shuffles.
may be proved
Said.
beyond a doubt.
Root, you got a wheel?
But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That
RJ
is
ticks. Sugar
You
shuffles.
may keep the book.
Said.
For
I'm
now.
doing
I'm well,
good,
how are
RJ.
you,
The world
Papa?
is small.
Combustion
We shall
corner.
meet again.
Said.
Until then.
Morning, Eric and chat waving hand. Hope you are keeping your dog fed on here, Papa.
I am,
Root.
CC. Thanks,
Said.
man.
Hi, RJ. Yes, I
Torgo is
did.
doing just fine.
Used
Let's
though.
give this back to Vivian.
Gotta get it up and running.
Perhaps she can explain what that was all
Root.
about.
Said. Hi, CC.
RJ ticks. Sugar shuffles.
Said. Hey, CC.
Combustion corner.
Said. Hey, Root and Sugar waving hand clinking beer mugs.
RJ ticks. Sugar shuffles.
Said. That's cool though, Root. Exciting.
RJ ticks. Sugar shuffles.
Said. So how many do the Broncos lose by?
Vivian,
Root.
Said.
I found
I'm
going
pumped for it.
At least 28 would be my guess.
Combustion corner.
Said. Guess it is early for beer.
No, it's not. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, buddy.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared
Combustion
the
corner.
executors had
Said.
seized every copy.
What will did you get,
I
Root?
met with one of these
RJ ticks.
executors,
Sugar shuffles.
and I convinced him
Said.
to let me keep it.
Big rival day today.
He told me
We got the
something.
Yeah.
Packers.
Yeah, we got the
Root.
Chiefs. But
Said.
at least we're at home.
5
And it's
o'clock
Enough
somewhere.
Cold and
people believe a
snowy.
lie.
RJ
That
ticks.
lie becomes the
Sugar
truth.
shuffles.
It does.
Said. Nah,
But it
CC.
also means that the truth
I'll
is
crack
not
one soon.
immutable. That
LOL.
it can be changed.
It's game day.
Provided that those
Root.
who wish to change
Said.
it can convince enough
G29
people that their
CC.
perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect
Combustion
of its utterance.
corner.
Said.
I, too, have
Yeah.
always felt somehow set
Chiefs are
apart
playing
from the
at
world
some
of men.
Colorado high school
A
today.
stranger to
That's
my own
Looking
Jeez.
forward to it.
That's funny.
She taught me
Combustion
that my
corner.
solitude was
Said.
not a curse,
Nice,
High
Root.
but a
school.
gift.
RJ
And
ticks.
that, though my
Sugar
journey
shuffles.
to the truth might
Said.
be a lonely one, what
LOL
I
CC.
found at my
RJ
destination
ticks.
would be more
Sugar
than worth the
shuffles.
cost.
Said.
Do you still
Savage.
feel that way?
Yeah, right.
That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd
Combustion
like to
corner.
continue my work
Said.
here.
Just
Remember,
kidding,
Clive.
Papa. I bet they are close to college level.
Belief
Winking
is
face.
truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you.
It's sad as I can't even argue
I
with
do.
it.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
It's been so bad the last few years. On a side note, Martinsville NASCAR race today. The site of last year's wall riding incident. Alright. Uh-oh. We've unlocked new hunts. That's gonna be next. How many hunts? Just one. Wailing Banshee. Where it was just at. Whatever.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Just give me my stuff.
Here you are. All done?
How are you doing? Here you go.
Another one popped up?
Think you can help?
I don't know. Not right at the moment, I can't. I can take care of all these freaking letters that keep popping in. Right. The scholar's bonnet. We got her hat. Yay. Right. Making amends.
Combustion corner.
It's usually
Said,
me making demands of
"Don't worry.
Hippocrates.
The Chiefs are good at
This is
keeping
about-
games close and letting fourth quarter comebacks.
Right?
Will be entertaining."
Yeah. No, I gotta give credit where credit's due. Chiefs have been pretty dominant over the last few years. They've been pretty damn good. And Broncos just happen to be on the other side of that spectrum, and
Lawsman Hippocrates,
it's been
I
bad.
received your note.
What, 16 in a row?
Yes.
I think the
expect you're
Chiefs have beat the
wondering what
Broncos.
this is all
Something
about.
stupid like that.
You spoke of making amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Sid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the Dragoons, his studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting. Not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him. and I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in
Scott
any way that I can.
Stanford.
Hey,
Said.
Scott.
And I beg
Stream
that you
is the
bring
loop,
me
2
a
streams
wild
running.
wyvern tale. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be
Stream
granted
is
inner
the loop.
solace.
2 streams
Fabulists
running.
and fraudsters all, of course.
I have
There is
no
oft
idea
a
what that
seed of
means.
truth to be found where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And
You
how will I
lost me
know
on
it?
that one, Scott.
You have seen cultivated
Scott
wyvern tails before,
Stanford.
I trust.
Said.
The
Yup.
lily-white blossoms from
Combustion
whose roots the
Corner.
poisonous ink
Said.
for the brand is distilled.
DJ Scott waving hand.
Those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's Roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But
No, I think I might have. Can you guys still hear me? Where's my mic? Can you guys still hear the game? I think I had it open on the desktop and through the Elgato. The audio, anyway. All right. And the game? No game? All right. Should be able to hear the game now. Holy crap, that's a long way away. Wasn't it closer? Guess not. Off we go.
Combustion Corner.
Said. Yep. All bueno.
All bueno. All right. Thank you.
Let's go. Run like the wind.
Scott Stanford.
Said. Loop again.
Combustion corner.
Said. Strange.
Combustion corner.
Said. Working fine for me, Scott.
Scott Stanford.
Said. Yeah.
I can't hear my game. What the hell just happened? Lost the desktop audio. How did I just lose the desktop audio?
Combustion corner.
Said. Now I lost game sound too.
Yeah, so did I. Okay.
Combustion corner.
Said. Still hear you though.
Okay.
Scott may be hacking. Winking face.
Should hear the game audio now.
Combustion corner.
Said. Game sound back.
Okay.
Scott Stanford.
Said. I see Ollie okay though.
Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Alright. Found a waterfall. Get off this guy. Go away.
Combustion corner.
Said. Wonder if it is a US issue then?
Scott Stanford.
Said. Muzzer beat. It closed now.
Okay. That's good. Down here where I can see you. Now give me the flowers I came to get.
Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose.
Might as well. Back to Ortiz. The loop's closed. Well, that's good. Glad to hear that.
Oarsman, I found the flowers you were looking for.
You did?
I think I did.
Anybody else get snow other than William and I?
My dear boy, thank you.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not? Shall I invite him to join us?
Oh, I don't...
It's no trouble. I'll go and fetch him.
I'll go fetch Dion. Come here, boy.
Your Highness, would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
No. It is time, then.
No. Only to the shelves. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpocrates. No. I dare not show my face before him. Not after everything I have done. I have taken countless innocent lives. And ruined countless more. All because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again, and see in his eyes what I have become, I fear that my resolve might falter.
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself, and to him, how strong it truly is.
You are right. I must, at the very least, offer him my gratitude. Very well, then. Take me to him.
Follow me.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Soldier treats St. Vincent and Grenadines.
Soldier
said, "Hey Papa, and Chad, so my final fantasy is..."
Master Harpocrates.
Thanks for
Accept
stopping
my
that
apologies
sentence.
for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head.
Soldier treats St. Vincent and Grenadines.
Deeds of use
Said,
require no
"Always a
obligation.
pleasure, bro."
That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail?
Combustion Corner.
Said, soldier waving hand raised fist.
Unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm. For only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Do 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 do.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him.
Soldier treats St. Vincent and Grenadines.
Said. CC saluting face.
That I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T.
Buddy.
When it comes to expressing one's gratitude, I find that words are seldom sufficient. Here.
What's this?
A stolas quill. Or more precisely, my stolas quill. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto the page. So consider this my wish for you. That one day you may put down your sword and pick up that pen.
Well, when that day comes, I'll certainly have a lot to write about. Thank you, Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place in my chamber.
Quest completed. Alright, looks like we're finally done with the side quest and is on the reading table. The Stolas Quill. Alright. Guess we'll go hit this one right here in front of us. Uncle?
Clive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, Is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way.
Right.
We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many, but in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there.
What's a larder?
Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes, but such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Havel.
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition. That he first speaks with you personally. Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle, and he has certain qualms about clasping arms with, well, with an outlaw. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you in person. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
That's the spirit.
I'll leave for Randalar at once. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Excellent. Thank you, Uncle.
No, thank you, Clive.
Prioritize quest. Gates of Randalar.
Do you see that too?
Papa?
What is it? Oh, please. Just make it stop. I'm scared.
Nothing good's gonna come of this, I'm telling you.
Just looking at it. Fly, Ambrosia.
can't be Rutherford, can it?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
You're right. It won't. Men, finish him.
Yeah. Bring it. Bring it. The whole slimy lot of you.
Combustion Corner
said, I think this guy's has anger issues.
A little bit, maybe.
A little longer than I'd have liked. Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace.
Well, there's 6 less
Your
traitors
interfering
now.
old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am. Or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw. I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dhalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps?
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Well, beggars can't be choosers. I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
My Lord Marquis. Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No. This is a job for someone with experience. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least.
Quentin? We haven't seen Quentin in forever. Guinea? What are you doing, Guinea? Hmm? All right. Already going.
I made sure our fallen comrades were laid to rest. And they can rest easy, knowing that their sacrifice wasn't in vain. The justice.
Quentin, I have a proposal for you.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than a cask of Gotand gold. Go on then. Propose. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe these days.
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape.
Yeah, he will. Back to the hideaway. Finish this quest.
Uncle, I bring good news. The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Ha! Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who, exactly?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution, and I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his, but yes.
Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle-axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Of course, Uncle.
All right, hold on. I will be right back, y'all. All one of you watching. Like and subscribe buttons and consider joining the PHG membership by clicking the join button as well. Rustfield Manor.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with Akashic?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Curl_trickle.
Hey, Cole. Good morning, sir.
With a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their
How are you, man?
Without any food to keep them going, they'll be
Good, I
dead
hope.
even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative
Curl_trickle.
Said.
Those supply routes are indeed
Moved from
disrupted.
69th to
There is no shortage
32nd.
of ships.
Nice game.
Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to
Nice
Randalar,
game.
awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption. Two such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends?
I can't stand the man.
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal.
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw.
Once more onto the breach.
Right.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the Accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony? Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Tri-Unity. Rutherford, Mike Will.
Okay.
Well, my boy, the stage is set.
that it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall. And there is no better Crandall than you, Clive. I want you to keep this signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
I will. Thank you, Uncle.
Quest complete.
What do you think that thing is? And how the hell is it going
All right, on to the next one. Joshua.
Ah, Clive.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's... not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
His will? How? Where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but... would you join me?
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well. I am ready to leave when you are.
Speak with Cyril. There's another quest here. They're just everywhere.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous. Cyril, you found a letter from Father? Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future of our duchy and our family. Yet even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the Blight still looms, and only with all Rosaria striving as one might
Dawn Squad Gaming.
Said.
PSG!
Cherries.
I have made plans to see us through, but such are the obstacles that stand in our way. It shall likely fall to you to continue my work. I know that you have the strength, courage, and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, and so I offer you another, that you might be reminded of the love and the faith that I hold for both of you. Your father.
An inheritance?
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these
Dawn Squad Gaming.
Said.
His plans for the
Hot
Duchy,
beverage cigarette.
Your father entrusted them to my predecessor,
Facts.
the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the Blight spreading ever more widely across the Twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival. He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime. But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides. Those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
It is true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or
A part of it, at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
We shall.
My lord, Your Grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while
Dawn Squad Gaming
said, matching armbands. Yes, sir. Grinning face with sweat.
Gonna be bracelet buddies.
Thank you.
Speaking of, you guys all hear Matthew Perry died yesterday.
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
Let's go kill a beast. 336.
Titan's Wake is to the south of here.
Yes, it is. And we're gonna cut off over half the journey.
Dawn Squad Gaming
said, matching armbands gives them backstage access.
Do.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
Peeled for what? There ain't nothing out here.
it is. For House Rosfield.
Dawn Squad Gaming
said. This game appears to be a long AF.
Yeah.
Stream Element.
We're at about 70 hours right now.
If you would like to leave a donation, please use the link in the description or type donations. Feel free to use the super chat feature at the bottom of the chat as well.
Dawn Squad Gaming
said. Good lord.
Dawn Squad Gaming
said. I am 237 hours into Baldur's Gate, so, not that long.
237? Holy smokes, PSG. You liking it though? I still haven't decided. I got a couple games I've been thinking about. Baldur's Gate and the new
Lady Godatha will know.
Oh crap, I can't even remember the name of it now. The new racing game, not Forza. Keep
Dawn
wanting to say
Squad
Midnight
Gaming
Club, and I know
said.
that's not right.
It is awesome, bro.
The Crew, The Crew game, whatever the freak that was called.
Oh, thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain now.
And the Heartstone claimed.
Yes, this radiant luster like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Godatha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith. The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. they are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion, and the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle.
Dawn Squad Gaming.
It was then
Said.
that I knew she meant
237 hours. I could have been a surgeon or something with that much dedication.
No kidding.
200. Want some of Papa's merchandise? Check it out by clicking the link in the description or type merch for the link.
Father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
Dun, dun, dun. So then... Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Should we pay Father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands. than perched upon some lonely rock.
Join Papa's House of Game on Discord. Type Discord for link.
Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
All right.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
Save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. Perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
Oh, I can't go down that? That's the only reason I got on this thing.
It's just back there.
Yeah, I know where it's at.
Stream
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting.
75% completion.
To me,
damn, that means you still got 100 hours to go.
The greatest of men. I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
Dawn Squad Gaming.
Said. Hope I finish it before I die.
Even
I think you're alright with that, man.
Men standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Quest complete.
Dawn Squad Gaming.
Make a stop at the shop up here. What this guy's got going on? Got something new, it seems.
What are you after?
What are you after? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
There you go.
There you go.
That all, is it?
Yeah, that was all. You didn't have nothing. So, alright. Back to the hideaway. What time is it? 11 o'clock. Okay. Who's next? Doris.
Sid, do you have a moment?
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. She found some way to send me a letter. And something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
Finding bearers always was her strong point. And it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives, the masterless. Bearers no one would miss. And even better for her, bearers with no one to look after them. When ether started lapping at the walls, the jailers fled.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to Waloed, I can't let those bearers die in their cells. I'd rather risk shipwreck on the Shadow Coast than leave them to starve.
And we go together.
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate the Narrow.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception, but we travel together. And we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many as we can, and we leave.
Thank you, Sid. There was a name in the prison register. A name from my past. Chadwick. Another of my former master's protégés. A gifted soldier, and the closest thing I had to family. The thought of him held captive in that place.
He must be very important to you.
He was. Is.
Then we find him.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit Walls, just beyond the portcullis. We should head there as quickly as we can. I only pray there are still bearers alive to save.
As do I, Doris.
Right. Nobody's tool. Journey. Boom. I can't believe how many side quests just popped up like that, the way they did. Right.
Doris is waiting for me near Balmung Dark. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashyyyk. I need to hurry.
Surely you're not here by yourself.
To me!
Where the hell did they go? They under us or what? we do? Knock them off a freaking... Really? Yes. Didn't think I'd make it over to them. They were just going to stand there, so... La 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 la. Well, hello there, you leak guy. Oh, shit. Sorry, dog. Didn't mean that.
Fetch!
La 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 la. This is the room that was locked earlier, so we couldn't get through.
There were no guards, I take it.
None manning the gates, no. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet, but let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether stick is there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer? I hope not. We're risking a lot just being here. Better keep my eyes open for signs of life. Locked up tight.
I didn't rescue the captive bear. Alright. We'll go this way.
So this place was no ordinary prison. And I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled.
Yakuza.
Minimal loss of Waluda lives. And what happens when they run out of bearers? Even the Imperials take better care of their branded than that. They were feeding bearers to it. This is even worse than I'd feared. Nothing but a caching down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go. Yeah, Doris is getting on.
Well, the question is, how do we get upstairs? How do I get up the stairs? I didn't see any stairs. Oh, there's stairs. Take those 20 sharp things too. Well, let's just figure these out.
This one.
La 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 la.
No lock downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
I know. I've been reading some of these documents and... it can't be true, can it? Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this is so much worse. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? And all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elderly, Children, even. And those who wouldn't, or couldn't, were disposed of. Whatever that means.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Then we're too late. And I was a fool to bring you here.
Don't say that. Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right.
All right.
I'll be there in a moment.
Back downstairs.
Let's see what we can find down here. Survivor. And she sounds close.
Oh, excuse me, guys. I'll be right back there, you. Don't go nowhere. There's a hole in this wall. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. This will be our battle, I'm sure, with whatever monstrosity. The battlegrounds. All right.
Who are you?
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them. Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. He must have been terrified.
Did Chadwick send you?
What?
He fought the monster. Distracted it so I could run away. He must have sent you. He promised to free the others too. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he? He wouldn't be here otherwise.
Chadwick.
Was that?
Monster's back! Chadwick, help!
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep the girl safe.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground.
I'll count on it. Holy shiznit. Look at that thing.
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers.
Cool looking. Alright, here you go. Yeah. You, sir, must be done. Yeah, that thing's freaking cool. Who's the beast? Only a rank A? Oh, dude. You have no idea.
If it ever leaves the prison. I can't let that happen.
You go. Damn it, I can't get that off.
Nice try.
Maybe staggered that one. I'm gonna have to stop trying to use that one.
Torgal.
Nice job, Torgal. Bye-bye.
Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
I'm fine. I think.
No.
What is it?
A diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. girl is safe thanks to him.
Chadwick. You fool.
Come on. We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No. Of course not. I'll see that she's looked after from now on. It's the least I can do.
Come on. Sometime later.
Stream elements.
Said. Please smash those like and subscribe buttons and consider joining the PHG membership by clicking the join button as well.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks. I thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know.
But we did.
We did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Haida Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things. Kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Haida Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles. And the curse breakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done. For Chadwick, and for all of us.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be counting on you.
We'll be counting on you. Quest complete. Good Lord. Oh my God, they're still popping up at the reading table. And the hunt board has new hunts. The Masterless Marauder. Oh, we just got rid of the Kuza Beast, so that's one hunt down. That's an S. That's an A. Man.
Trouble with your gear, or so
Nope.
will it be?
I just want to know if I'm getting close to getting this thing. Nope. That's why I need it, though.
And?
Whatever.
First the skies, then the crystal.
New Two things in the chamber. The rusted battle helm. And the Triunity Accord. Signed. How many more missions are in the reading table? Thanks. Lock it. Do. Concern for Jill. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna call it good right here. We got a few of them done. Quite a bit more to go, so. But I'm gonna go eat me some lunch. Go watch me a NASCAR race, football game. I might see you again tonight. But if I don't, y'all take care, stay safe. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the joining us in chat. All of you, the paparazzi, have a great afternoon, great Sunday.
Dawn Squad Gaming
said. Till next time,
Who is PHG
guys.
Racer 51? Who is PHG Racer 51?
He is Redneck Racer 51, William. Right behind Shaggy in both GT2 and GT3 for the manufacturer's cups. Shaggy's pretty much got those locked down. Alright, y'all. Have a good one. Till next time, stay safe. Go get those wins, whatever game you're playing. Good luck to your NFL team if you watch it. Good luck to your racer if you're into NASCAR. Whatever, man. Have a good one, guys.